Facebook shares sank on Monday in the first day of trading without the full support of the company's underwriters, leaving some investors down 25% from where they were on Friday afternoon. Facebook's debut was beset by problems, so much so that Nasdaq said on Monday it was changing its IPO procedure. That may comfort companies considering a listing, but does little for Facebook, whose lead underwriter Morgan Stanley had to step in and defend the $38 offering price on the open market. Some argue that the stock was simply valued too high.
Yeah, the fact that it's gone down in price is purely a reflection of the initial offering price and the fact that it was so rich. I mean, the company is valued at something like 75 or 100 times earnings, and we really have no indication that it's going to be able to earn, the kind of revenue that would justify that valuation.
The losses wiped some $19 billion off the company's market capitalization, not far from what Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg was worth personally when the stock debuted. Volume was again massive, with more than 96 million shares traded by 11 a.m., making it by far the most active stock on the U.S. market. Nearly 581 million shares were traded on Friday. As the stock fell, there was a long list of questions, ranging from whether the underwriters priced the shares too high to how well prepared the Nasdaq was to handle the biggest internet IPO ever, and few immediate answers.
No, I don't attribute this to the market or the technical difficulties listing it. I think this is entirely just a question of it's a very rich price.
Nasdaq said Monday morning the changes it was making would prevent a repeat of what happened Friday, when glitches prevented some traders from knowing for hours whether their trades had been completed. The drop was so steep that circuit breakers kicked in a few minutes after open to restrict short sales in the stock.
It's an unproven company, an unproven CEO who has the vast majority of the voting shares. And you pay a discount anytime you buy into a company in which you have no vote.
The Nasdaq also said it would implement procedures to accommodate orders that were not properly executed last week, which could ultimately lead to compensation for some investors.
Social media is everything, particularly for a younger generation, but that doesn't indicate that anybody can make money with it. Obviously, without water and air, we'd all be dead. But that doesn't mean any company is able to capture the value from those. And with Facebook as well, the fact that friends are on there doesn't mean that there's an advertising or revenue stream that's clear.
A Facebook spokeswoman declined to comment on the share price issue. Marisa Christian, IB Times TV.